I don't say it lightly, but I would say that I've been cheered up.
I can check that off the bucket list.
He says, well, why don't you sit for a second? It looks like rain. And he invites you into his little stick hut, which feels smaller on the inside, which felt impossible, but it's true.
Aww.
It looks like there's a couple of blank papers. There's a folded up paper tucked underneath a stick. And really not much else.
I'm going to check that folded up piece of paper for sure.
Sure thing. Eeyore sees you looking at it, and he's okay with you reading it. He says, yes, that was a gift.
Oh, for Eeyore. Memories thick like honey sweet, made in the woods east of the trees. My friends and I, we used to meet in the enchanted place. I gave my friends a tight embrace and explained to them why I must go. They understood with loving grace in the enchanted place. A family, home, and a career, I could not stop the river's flow. So I brought my daughter dear to the enchanted place. By the bridge, that gentle space, she'll learn, she'll love, she'll laugh, she'll grow. She'll make memories never erased in the enchanted place. Oh my gosh! This is from Christopher Robin. I'm Christopher Robin's daughter, Honey, which he named after Honey, because it's what his friend loved the most. Memories thick like honey sweet. Oh. This is based on Christopher Robin. That's delightful. And now I have to go because I have to go back. But my dad brought me here, so I learned all these things. Oh.
Tigger looks over your shoulder, grabs it from you, turns it upside down, and says, I think that's much better, Madeline.
Madeline?
See, you can read it. All the squiggles, they go the right direction.
You're right, Tigger, you're right. Ah, my heart. Okay. Well, Tigger, I think there's just 2 spots left. Where the Woozle wasn't, or my house. Or my dad's house.
I get to decide again?
Yes.
But it should be your day of choices.
That's fair. Well, let's save my dad's house for last, then. Let's go to where the Woozle wasn't.
You go to where the Woozle wasn't, and there's a sign that says where the Woozle wasn't, and it's crossed out, and it says where the Woozle was. And you see a hole about as big as the hole you saw in Pooh's house.
Okay. I knock on the side of the hole.
You thump softly in the dirt. And there is no immediate response.
All right. Tigger, do you know how to summon a Woozle?
I know that Heffalump like honey, but the Woozle must like bouncing. He starts bouncing up and down. He's like, this is sure to get him excited.
It's fair enough. I look around. Are there any scraps of paper, anything else around the hole?
No.
Okay. Well, I suppose this is where the Woozle was, and now it's also where the Woozle wasn't. So, onwards.
Maybe you should cross out this sign again and
I think so.
reconnect it.
With the pencil, I cross it out.
Good.
Okay. Onward to my house, or my dad's house.
You go to my house, and you find another tree with a door. This one, though, the tree looks too small for there really to be any interior to this home. There is a note pinned on this side of the door. And I felt like this exhibit didn't have that much ephemera, and now as we're going through it, I'm like, all right, this is 75% notes is what I've done here.
But it's fun.
It's fun.
Honey, enjoy your time in the 100-acre woods, but be in bed by 9. We must leave for the ship before sunrise tomorrow. Don't worry, we'll see them again in just a few weeks. Dad. P.S. Tell Pooh he's a silly old bear for me. Oh. Okay, so we will be back, but we do have to go tomorrow before sunrise. So bed by 9. I open the door. Also, no, same handwriting as the poem for Eeyore, so I think canon, yes, Christopher Robin. Can I open the door?
You can open the door, and the other side is fuzzy in a way. It feels like there's some sort of warbled screen in between you and there, but you see a child's bedroom.
Okay, so that's where I go at the end. But I close it. Tigger, is that the enchanted place?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
As you're speaking with Tigger, you hear pitter-patter of little feet running up towards you. And
Piglet?
it's Piglet. And he says, "Hi, the man just started beeping really loud and said, leaving intended area. And I got really confused and scared, so I could see you in the distance, and so I thought I'd run over here. And do you want him back?"
Oh, yes, please. Thank you, Piglet, for looking after him.
Of course.
I hold up Watson. I hope you had a lovely time.
I have never had such a disrespectful action done by such a...
I will sort that out later. Did you find everyone, Piglet? Any sign of Pooh?
No, we don't know where Pooh is. I don't know. I'm worried.
Oh dear.
Maybe half the lumps are real.
They were searching for them. Piglet, do you think it's time to go to the enchanted place? Or should we find Pooh first?
I don't think we can go there without Pooh. We're all supposed to be there.
That's true. Okay, so Pooh...
This day was supposed to be a good day, but I just feel like everyone seems so worried, and Al keeps on saying things like, "This is all because of me," and "This is all my doing," and I just don't know why he would say such things. And
yes.
And Pooh was there at the meeting, and everything was supposed to go according to plan, and he's just not here. And Tigger picks up Piglet and holds him and says, "They're there, but also, did you have a party and not invite me?"
That's the real crime here.
Piglet says, "Oh, you can't really keep a secret." "That's absurd. If there's one thing Tiggers do best, it's keep secrets."
Okay, so Owl, have you seen Owl recently?
No, he dropped off some fruit at the... Oh, I'm not supposed to say where yet. But we could check his house if you want to see him.
Check his house. We also have the bee tree, floody place, nice for picnics, and big stones and rocks as other landmarkers. But let's check his house again.
You go back to the house. There is no discernible trace of Owl here at the moment. But Tigger says, "Now I know that not everyone is as good a bouncer as myself, but
that's true.
If you'd like to check up there, perhaps I could give you a little ride."
That would be fabulous, actually. I've always wanted to bounce with a professional bouncer before.
You've come to the right place. Piglet says, I guess I'll join you. And the three of you get bounced up to Owl's porch. You see the folder that Tigger was talking about. I'll say that it was kind of wedged in the side of the porch, and it's flapping in the wind.
Okay.
You get the feeling that this might have been the origin of some of these loose pages that you found.
Oh, I see. Okay, I pick up the folder and see what else is in it.
It looks like there's a doodled picture of a little girl and a figure with bunny ears and a black and red striped small creature.
The Woozle. Okay, I feel like the Woozle's been orchestrating everything. The one character we haven't met yet, besides Pooh. Okay. Is there anything else inside Owl's house?
Yes, you go inside Owl's house, and there are quite a few bookshelves with quite a few books, ranging from topics A to Z. On his desk, which he has a fairly large desk, there are 3 textbooks and a paperback. and a hacksaw.
3 textbooks, a paperback, and a hacksaw.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the textbook, first of all?
All right, there are 3. The first that you look at is Cormac's Guide to Human Anatomy.
What? Okay. Creepy. Next one?
The Cottage Surgeon's Practical Guide.
Oh, I don't like that.
It has a bookmark.
What's it open to?
It's turned to a page on sanitation, and what it says is, before executing an operation, it is vital to ensure a sanitary environment. Clean surfaces with soap and water, clear areas of animals and their droppings. Animals, especially avian, can be carriers of deadly diseases or cause serious infections. The last line is circled, and there is a note underneath that says, it's all my fault.
Oh my gosh, so there's been a botched surgery somewhere. Golly. Okay, what's the third book? Third textbook?
The Modern Medical Encyclopedia.
Okay.
It is bookmarked in the LE section with words like lenticular, leukotoxin, leukemia, levator, Lewy body disease.
I don't have leukemia, and they're not trying to cure my cancer, are they?
You look at the section on leukemia, and it says cancer of the blood, common in children. There's an extended section that says recent studies in universities in America have had promising results for curing such diseases.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Have I... That's why we're going to America. The ship leaves tomorrow. I'm curious if I've started treatments or anything, but do I have hair?
You do have hair. You have
Okay.
short brown hair that goes just past your shoulders.
Oh. So this is perhaps my dad bringing him to his childhood place so I could have some joy, and then Owl wanted to cure me. Hacksaw, is the hacksaw used?
It's clean as a whistle.
Okay. So it doesn't look like any surgery's been done yet. He's trying to learn. That's very sweet. Was there another book?
There was a final book.
What's the final book?
Treatise on Death.
Oh, whoa. Care to elaborate?
It's mostly poetic musings on what is death, what comes after. It looks like it's turned to a page on anticipating the death of a friend.
What? That's so sad. Oh. Okay, well... Dang, Owl. Really quick, I'm going to skim through the other entries on the LE page. Anything stand out?
Not necessarily. Lewy body disease is dementia with onset typically after the age 60. Doesn't feel very relevant. The others don't seem to have much.
Oh, no. Okay. Wow, the layers here. It's so sad. I assume Piglet was still with me, but he is he?
He is.
Piglet, I really think we have to find that Woozle. Or Owl. Did you know about any of this? What Owl was planning?
I just know that Owl kept on saying, it's all my fault. He knew that you've been feeling under the weather, and he thought it was his fault. And we all said, no, I don't think it was. And he said he knew that it had to have been him.
It's not Owl's fault. This happened well before he was here.
But, well, all the secrets are out. I wish Pooh was here.
I think it's about time we found that silly old bear. Where haven't we checked? Owl did say, someone said the first place to check is back at his house. So he could just be back at his house after doing whatever.
Pocket Watson subtly buzzes in your pocket.
I suppose I have to deal with him at some point. Hello.
His arms are folded and he's partially turned away from the screen.
What do you?
And then he turns around slightly and says, "Oh, Nathan, I didn't see you there. What, you've come crawling back to me now? Is that what this is?"
What do you expect from a petulant British child who has leukemia?
I'll show you, petulant British child. Lost my cool there. I begrudgingly, despite the bad behavior you have exhibited, I reluctantly am still obligated to offer you my services, and it appears that you have yet to find the silly old bear.
Yes. We're really desperate to find him.
Well, I believe I've heard enough to say that I believe that you have heard enough.
That I've heard enough? What do you mean?
Perhaps I should let you struggle a bit longer and feel a little bit of the inconvenience I feel on an exhibitly basis.
That's fair enough.
Unused, used to keep track of a little pig creature, no offense. I don't think, none taken?
Oh, tell me you had a delightful time, I'm certain.
It was a magical adventure, but that's besides the point.
Fair enough. Okay, I will not abandon you again. But it really was for both of your good. I'm trying to find where Pooh is. So, we know he was setting a heffalump trap. We know that the tracks from his house ended at the Pooh trap for heffalumps. What we found in there leaves a tape measure. A tape measure, that's odd for fabric. Purple fibers from the yarn. And the trap needs something that floats, something that was purple, and 2 individuals. I'm guessing Pooh left his house from the window while the Woozle left from the hole under the bed.
Now, tell me who you think those 2 people were.
I think the 2 people in the house that I overheard talking was Pooh and the Woozle. That is my guess.
Now, what kind of things did you hear the other individual say?
The Woozle or the
non-scary voice?
Oh gosh, this is where I need to rewind and go back through because what about the Woozle? What about the heffalump? And then he said, "Don't bother with that." And then blood on my hands. I remember that. I should have been writing this down. If only we were recording this and I could go back and listen.
It's impossible. The technology is too far beyond us. I can remind you of some things.
Yes, please.
I suppose I'm showing my hand a bit by saying, what was that again? But I still think it's worth sharing. You remember them saying, but what about the heffalump? And this is all my fault. The blood's on my hand, so to speak. Of course, in my case, I don't suppose I have. And then,
oh, hands, that's Owl, not Pooh.
And then he says, but oh, how death will change the 100-acre wood.
Okay, so Owl, the blood on his hands is Owl thinking that he's killing Madeline. Okay. So Pooh is still gone.
Mm-hmm.
But the tracks, the slightly circular tracks leading to the pit, so Pooh did go. But then where did he go from there? Did he... Owl mentioned that he floated away, he might have just floated away on the breeze. Is Pooh up a tree? Oh my gosh. Alright, Tiglet, Pigger... Dang it. Cut that. Wow, that sounds...
Tiglet?
Right.
That sounds awful. I refuse to cut it. The people have a right to know. They deserve to know.
No! Dang it. All right, Piglet, Tigger. Gosh. I hold out some of the fluff and ask them if they recognize it.
Piglet kind of looks behind him and he says, well, I don't think that's the fluff that, comes from inside of us. It looks like this is made with, and he kind of takes these like cottonwood or something.
Cottonwood? Do you know where there's some cottonwood trees around here?
I think that they're all over. So I'm not sure I would know the right place to go. But
that's all right.
Maybe the stuffing was for stuffing something that wasn't the stuffed bear. Maybe it was a different kind of stuffing.
I'm thinking they're making a gift because I also found this tape measure for fabric in the heffalump trap. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you recognize it?
maybe Pooh was making something? Clothing? Or a hat? A costume? I wish I had the brain for this.
Unfortunately, it seems that the person who has the brain is the bear of very little brain.
No, I don't think that's quite fair. Maybe he doesn't mean that he's dumb. I'd like to think that he wouldn't call himself dumb.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Pooh is at all very dumb. But what exactly was he doing trying to trap a heffalump? And this woozle business. Okay. What are the odds, Piglet, that he was blown away on a blustery day?
I wish the owl was here. He always tells me the direction of the wind, and I don't remember where it
northeast, was. Northeast, northeast, P-Y-O-P-O. Oh, gosh. He did tell me that. You're right. Let's search in a northeasterly direction. Towards the bee tree, perhaps. All right. We're striking out.
That direction you go. And not far from the bee tree, you see a tangled up balloon. And a couple of branches lower, you see a little yellow body.
Yes, he's alive!
On his head, a giant stuffed mask that looks somewhat like a heffalump.
Oh, he was trying to be a heffalump, so I could catch a heffalump, but he got blown away.
You hear a muffled voice that says, "Hello, I do seem to have ended up in a rather high place, and today has been a lot of up and down, but I suppose the down part is the part that I will be needing assistance with."
Well, you silly old bear, let's get you down.
This sounds like a job for Piglet. Tigger grabs Piglet and says, "A 1, a 2, Tigger, no!" He lobs Piglet up towards Pooh, lands in Pooh's lap. Pooh is now holding Piglet, and now they both say, "Help!" And Tigger says, "Now this looks like a job for a Tigger." He jumps up likewise and saves 2 friends instead of 1 and feels very pleased with himself. When Pooh comes down, he says, "Madeline, if it would not be too much trouble, could you try to get this off of my head? I can't see very well."
Let's get that off of you. Whoop. I lift the mask off to see.
It's stuck.
It's stuck.
Very stuck.
Just kidding.
He's like, "Yes, I measured and everything, and I knew it would fit, but I ate a little too much honey beforehand, and, well, it got a bit sticky in here."
All right. Take a Piglet on me, Tigger on the other end of Pooh, Piglet with me. Let's pull.
You heave-ho and comically all end up in a little pile with Pooh's head now uncovered.
Sweet. All right, Pooh. Just one question. The woozle, was he with you?
Oh, well, when I got my head stuck, I stumbled for the door and ended up through the window, and the woozle was supposed to meet me at my house to be the back half of a heffalump. I thought, considering that we thought that he was also some sort of imaginary thing, he would be very good at pretending to be another imaginary thing. But, I suppose he went to my house when I was no longer there.
Darn. Well, I suppose we'll just have to meet him at the enchanted place.
Yes, I think so.
Do you mind leading the way?
Pooh grabs your hand and says,
"Yay!"
"I do sometimes get lost. I wish there were some directions."
Some directions? Like left, right, left?
Not quite.
Dang it, I wrote that down. Okay.
Pooh grabs your hand and says, "Christopher Robin was very good at getting me to places when I got lost."
We have that poem. Okay. Memories thick like honey sweet, made in the woods east of the trees. My friends and I used to meet in the enchanted place. Woods east of the trees. East. Okay, so there's the 6 pine trees. East of those, There's just the 100-acre wood right by to the west of Owls. Let's check it. Let's stop the river's flow. So I brought my daughter deer to the enchanted place. So there's a river that runs right through that patch of woods right there. By the bridge, that gentle space, she'll learn. Okay. Is there a bridge in the middle of the patch of 100-acre woods, just about here? I point to the map.
Yes, that does feel quite a place that could be very enchanted.
Oh. Well, then I suggest it's getting late. We should probably meet our friends there.
You walk with Tigger, Piglet, and Pooh. Each of them seems a bit sad as you walk towards what you've decided is the enchanted place. And indeed, you find a place with a little bridge. And not too far from the bridge is a clearing. And in the clearing, you see a large banner. And the banner says, "Congrats on your bucket." And it looks like they ran out of room.
Oh, that's so cute.
Congrats on your bucket. And you look around and you see all of the residents of the 100-acre wood gently applaud and say, "3 cheers for Madeline! Hip hip! Hooray! Hooray!" Hooray! The woozle steps forward, who you assume to be the woozle, red and black striped, and he says,
"It was a bit messy, but we wanted to make sure you knew. We wanted your goals to be completed."
Yes, Woozle, I don't believe you've met. Thank you for helping with this.
Yes, we have. We definitely have.
Yes, we definitely have. As it's been checked off the bucket list. Met today, I mean.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
And Rabbit says, "Yes, of course. Madeline was the one who found you, Woozle, and as we all know." Darn, I'm doing that exposition thing. As we all know, Rabbit says, "It's just such a shame that one of your goals was to find something that doesn't exist. We had to get creative, and
Yes.
well, I'm glad you found Pooh, because it sounds like that sort of fell apart."
I did, catch half of a heffalump, I suppose.
Yes, I think we'll count that.
I suppose that means I'll just have to come back for the other half.
That's right. Kenga hops over and says, "That's right, dearest. We plan on seeing you here again. There's no reason to be afraid. Just remember how you felt when we were looking for the woozle. And look how that has all been just okay. And I think the owl has something to say to you as well."
Oh, yes. Owl?
Owl was perched a distance away on a tree, and he flaps down and he says, "It's been made aware to me that perhaps it was a bit strange that we sent Piglet to distract you and hid the evidence, so to speak, of Pooh's balloon and such. And I just wanted to say I'm sorry."
Oh, Owl, it was never your fault. Never has been.
Yes.
I gave him a hug.
Aw.
This is really sweet, but the woozle's still kind of freaking me out.
Give me a hug as well.
Oh, gosh. Okay, how big is the woozle? Is it humanoid? Is it weasel-like?
It's a weasel on 2 feet. It's about the size of the gopher, so not higher than your waist.
Okay, good.
But he gets close to you and he does say,
"Send my regards to Grassman."
I knew it. Oh, I knew it.
and as you look around, you take one last moment in the enchanted place to see all of your friends.
Aww.
Kenga, Roo, Rabbit, Tigger, Pooh, Piglet, the Woozle, and Aurelius Whitlock.
Whoa.
Aurelius Whitlock is standing in formal wear, just behind Kenga and Roo.
Oh, hello. Fancy Parker Watson, did you snitch on me?
I most certainly did. And Aurelius Whitlock snaps his fingers and says, "Nathan, friend, you are not supposed to be here."
Not supposed to in, like, the strictest sense of the word, but the sign changed. It said I could come in.
That sounds preposterous, ridiculous. Yes, I'm sure you have a wonderful excuse for ignoring the very plain sign that said, curator entrance only.
Mostly a suggestion. It said that, I promise.
I don't have time for this. He snaps his fingers again, and you're back in the cluttered warehouse. And he says, honestly, I have other things to worry about without overzealous detectives like yourself.
But that was such a delightful mystery.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and says, yes, but it wasn't a murder. And we can't have that, can we? Nathan, you're too good for me to lose. So I'll give you a warning this time. No more sniffing around forgotten corners of the museum. Museums have curators for a reason. The curator curates, the visitors visit, and you, my friend, are on probation.
No!
F L T C D W M M A Q F K J D S T R J M L D